right, today is Saturday, November 5th. We are picking up where we left off last week. I think we're at 73 marker. We're right at the fringe of Owen Sound. It's very, very windy today, but it's 17. The temperature in the car showed 17, so, but it doesn't feel 17 to me. It's pretty, with the wind, it's actually quite a bit cooler, but it's still nice compared for a November 5th day. It's quite nice. Probably 16, 17 degrees right now. Yeah, so we're picking up here. We don't know where we're going to end. We're going to kind of do car shuffle to and fro as we go and see how we feel along the way, and just, you know, depending upon how the weather is and how we feel, we'll see how far we can get. Here we go. Where the parking spot is, there's this pine side trail, 1.8 kilometer loop. We're not going to take the side trail. We got to head back down the road to where the main trail starts. It's not only about 300 or 400 meters, not very far down the road. We're going to head there instead of taking this, which is going to reconnect to the road. I just wanted to make a point though. Joanne, look, there you go, a hat. We're already starting into the clothing items in the winter, closer to the winter, so there's your hat. All right, so we're heading back up to the road and reconnect to the main trail here. Just in case the opening didn't record properly, it's November 5th and it's about 9 o'clock in the morning right now on Saturday. This should look familiar to you. This is where we left off last week. We walked about 300 or 400 meters. Look how windy it is. It is extremely, extremely windy today. We're going to be fighting this all day. Hopefully there's no trees that are coming down, because it's probably strong enough to do that. So here we go. We're heading back into the woods. From here, we got about 1 kilometer through this section of woods and then reconnect to the road, and tiny bit of road walking and then more woods. It all depends. But there's nobody around where we've parked. It's a very quiet area here. You can see we're up on this ridge here. Lots of leaves, all the leaves. The trees are just completely barren now, even more so than last week, obviously. And it's just a up and down kind of section here. What do you see? Oh, a little rock structure there. Oh, so it used to be a house here. We're off trail just for a second here. Got a little, yeah, probably was a house here at one point, something. Little fire pit.
I didn't know if it was a grave farm.
Maybe it's actually a camping spot overnight, right through the trail. Could be. Well, we've connected to the blue very quickly, back to where the car was parked. So we probably could have just headed down into from the parking area instead of going backwards a little bit, but here we are. This will be the Pine Side Trail, and the car will be up there. So we've kind of done a full circle right now. Our first bridge of the day, and there is water. It doesn't seem to be moving at all. A lot of leaves again. Yeah, no water movement here. It's just a rocky, rough section here, up and down kind of thing. And yeah, look at the leaves, and they're all dry too, which is good. They're not all socked. It would be hard if they were all wet going through this, but a good 6 inches of leaves here. Okay, you see we've come down from the base, from the top of the ravine here. We're down inside of it now. Big rock face there. You can't even see the trail. Luckily there's the markers to be able to tell where it is, because with the leaves you can't even tell which way we're supposed to be going. Straight at the bottom of this ravine. We've lost ourselves here. There wasn't a marker for quite a while, and now all of a sudden you can see 3 of them. Still in the bottom of this ravine, following along this bluff here over to the left. But we had to stop for a minute because we didn't see anything marker-wise. This is actually a rougher section than expected. It's a lot of rocks in here, and it's up and down. It's kind of, you know, it's kind of up and down, and then kind of sideways. You're on a slope here. Okay, we've come into this really muddy section here. Watch your step through that. And a little boardwalky, bridgey boardwalky section. It's really muddy through this section here. So we've moved away from the bluff area, heading inland more. But it's really muddy through here. Our first real bridge here. There is no water under this bridge. There is no movement whatsoever. Just a straight path ahead, so fairly straightforward. Not a lot of rocks on the path, so we're good. Okay, we're just passing this Clearview side trail here and continuing on the main trail. There is no water down here. We got this boardwalk. There is no water yet. Okay, I was wrong about water. There is a nice flowing stream here over this bridge. So here's some water source if somebody needed it. We saw something on the map, on the instructions, that talked about a Polish tree. I'm guessing that this is the Polish tree. You gonna get a picture of it? Polish, so there's no water off this thing. The Polish soldier tree. Hopefully it's coming out on the GoPro. I'll read it to you. In 1942, a Polish soldier carved a heartfelt message onto the soft bark of the beech ahead. Signing, I can't read Polish, or soldier. The man also included the first words from the Polish national anthem, which translates as "Poland has not yet perished." What did you say? Someone put a poppy?
Tree.
Yeah, we're gonna circle the tree here. See all the etchings on the tree, and somebody actually stuck a poppy in there, which is cool.
You'd never be able to know what that said. It's a different font.
Yeah, you wouldn't notice
But
so
you
much.
can make it 1942.
1942, you can see it here, right here, 1942. So all that was etched, and that looks like a pretty solid tree to be etching something into. Incredible. We're coming up to the highway, but we've got this boardwalk here first, and there's a little, I can see a little bit of water. I don't know how, it doesn't seem to be flowing very quickly, but oh, very bouncy boardwalk. And we're coming out to the road. We're gonna have to do a little bit of road walking very shortly. Those mini boardwalks, look at the wind. How it's picked up. Oh, it's crazy. Up to this Highway 26, which we have to walk down for a little ways, and it's a busy road. It's not going to be a fun walk. Yeah, we could stay on this side of the guardrail. That makes more sense. We'll stay on the side of the guardrail hill, but we got to walk. We got quite a ways of a walk down there, so I'm not going to record this. Clearview Crescent next, but we're going further than that. This is a very, very busy road. And historic plaque, Tom Thompson, 1877 to 1917, 7 kilometers. Yeah, we're not going 7 kilometers down there. We're just continuing along the road here. Okay, we've just turned onto this 28 here. Looks like we got about 1 kilometer to walk down 28 before we hit back in. So nothing to see. It's kind of just a narrow shoulder here for us to go. The wind is really picked up though. So heading down 28. Okay, Bruce Trail site says KOA section is closed. You can see the KOA campground area over to the left, and we're just going to continue straight on the road because it says it's blocked, it's closed for the winter, so we're going to continue down this 10th concession here. All right, after all that road walking, we're finally heading back into the woods. Finally. First boardwalk, bridge, boardwalky inside here, and long straight grayish path through through this. Heard something? We're into complete darkness here. I'll take a picture so you can see, because the GoPro has good lighting. You can see how dark it is in here. Even the camera doesn't show how dark it is. It's nighttime in here. Boardwalks are coming ahead here, and dedication, generous donation to the Bruce Trail from Red and Meme Caddy, November 2004. And the wind has really died down in here. Grassy knoll over to the right, big grassy knoll over to the right. And yeah, we're out in this open, but the wind has really died down, which is good. We're into this really rocky up and down section here. Kind of like last week. Can't make a lot of headway in a section like this, but following along these rock faces over to the left here. And we're doing a climb. We've done, I'll give you a 360. We've probably climbed about 4 stories worth so far. We're still climbing, and we're getting closer and closer to these rocks here over on the left. So close that we can touch them now. Yeah, huge rock face. And getting bigger, as you can see. One massive bluff here that we're following along, and the temperature in here has really changed. Obviously, it's not getting any kind of light or anything. It's quite, there's all kinds of crevices through here you could venture into if you wanted to. Right there, straight ahead. Every time we turn, there's another entrance to another crevice through here, all the way along this. So I missed the marker. I kept going the wrong way. I was too busy showing you the crevices. We're actually going through this one. And what did you say? This one what?
There's apparently ice here until June.
There's ice in this crevice till June, so it ought to be a good time for us to be here now. So we are going, there's another crevice over to the left, and that would be a straight up climb. We're heading through this one straight. Another crevice, and it's cold in here. Wow, the air is really cold in here. Yeah, big crevice here. You're getting the full view. It's not as narrow as the one from a few weeks ago, but it's deep. Look way up. We're 20 to 25 feet down inside this thing. It's pretty amazing. Heading off to the, as long as you don't miss it. Yeah, so there's a JW. There's a ladder at the end of this crevice here. Through this one. Okay, you got the full effect of this one. Up the ladder we go. Very cold down here. And following along. We are coming down, we're descending. It's very steep in here. Very, very steep. Probably a nice rainy day wouldn't be a good place to go through. Well, Joanne, you're hitting pay dirt today. There's a shirt hanging on this fence. So that's 2 pieces of clothing so far. Must be getting closer to winter because we did the same thing last year. You probably can't see, there's a ton of Canada geese and ducks in that pond there. It's just a small pond. We've been skirting along it, and you can finally see, you get a better view from here. The trees were too thick further back, but there's a lot of ducks in that water over there. I'm not going to bushwhack down to see if I can get a better view. Maybe we'll skirt around to the other side of the pond once we work through this. What is it called? The beaver pond. It's called the beaver pond. Yeah, it looks like it could be a beaver pond. The feet dropping into the whole section here, and you can hear the hollow sound underground. Just passing a lot of crevices, large rock faces on both sides, actually, not just on the left, on the right as well. It's just a very, 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 very rocky section in this portion of the trail. And the leaves are not as bad, they're not as thick, but they're still there, and they still hide some of the rocks that we need to see. A bridge, and you've got some water. You got a water source here. It's flowing pretty good, so this would be an okay water source here. Flowing down, not bad. And then a little boardwalk. Big climb of the day here. Looks like a 2-story climb, about 2-story, straight up. Has picked up again. Very high wind, and that same swishing sound that you get. We're coming out of the sections of wood finally. We're going to skirt along this open field. There's a lot of leaves in this section. There's another, that looks like a golf course. It is, it's a golf course over to the left. Distance, you probably can't see it. There's a gray building straight ahead. That's the Owen Sound Hospital over to the right. So we are right in Owen Sound here. Skirting through this section of woods between the golf course and the open field here. And I'm probably gonna get stuck through here. Oh, I think that's 11th concession ahead. I'm not 100% sure, but we'll see. We're almost there. We're out into the open area here. There's some hikers coming the other way. And out into this, there's a bunch of cows over to the right here in that field. We are going into another crevice. This looks like just a little skirt around here. No, go ahead. You go ahead. I didn't get you in the last one. So this is just a short one. It's only about 8 feet, maybe. No, not even 8 feet. That's like 7 feet. Not much of a crevice, but yeah, that was a loop around. Out into the very open woods here. Lots of leaves. Wind's picked up. Not as flat. There's no rocks in this section. We finally got out of the rocky section right here. But it looks like we're going to have about a 2 to 3 story climb coming up. I can see it ahead. Got another good solid water source here. I could hear it, but I couldn't see it until we turned that big rock. We circled around that big rock. Nice little stream over to the right here. Flowing pretty good. Nice water source. I think we're good right now with water. I haven't recorded in a while, so you can see, I'll give you a 360. We're buried here, there's nobody around in the woods, and the wind has picked up again, so it comes and goes, but there's nobody around here. This is 11th concession. It's a lot further than I thought it was. We're just heading right back into the woods. Maybe we're going to stop for a minute and take off some sweaty clothes and put them in the knapsack, and we'll be more comfortable. It is not 11th concession. This is the Owen Sound Rail Trail. Nice bike trail for anybody who wants. It was quite long distance on the map. Looking at it on the map, it's got a nice trail. If anybody was a bike rider and they want to do this up in Owen Sound Rail Trail. We are heading, so we are not at 11th concession yet. All right, I switched my hat up, and much better. We're out into the open here again. Doesn't look like we're going to cross 11th concession. It looks like that Owen Sound Rail Trail connects to it, so we're back into the woods here. We've come out of the wood section there. Looks like we're going to skirt along the edge of this field for a while. Pretty straight. Nice, the sun's out. It's really nice for a November 5th kind of day, I would say. Probably about, I don't know what the temperature is, but it's got to be at least 18 by now. Through here you can feel it with the sun out. Nice day, nice November day. JW, here's a style here for you, but you ignored me at work yesterday, so I don't know if you get the call out on this. This is a big style, it's wide. There's no board on the top. Up and over. Mushrooms, they're all dried out. They're starting to wither here. Whole bunch of mushrooms here. Mushrooms here, these fungi are very bizarre. Very bizarre. They look like, almost look like little shells. Look at them. Very strange. That whole tree's covered in them, and there's really some really big ones up top there. Yeah, we're still heading through this section of woods. I think we're turning right there, but okay. I'll go around. Yeah, look at these trees, they're all rotten. A lot of them are rotten through here. We're coming out of these woods, finally. Or are we? Yeah, we are. We're just gonna skirt along this field here. Way out in the open. All this flat land. Oh, there's the road up there. So, what road is that? Superior, maybe? Okay, so we're gonna head up to that road, which we think is Superior. Okay, yes, this is Superior. We're coming out and we've got road walking. We're gonna be going to the left. We've got about 1 kilometer of road walking ahead of us. Not much to see here. You can see the hospital. Now we're closer to the hospital, the Owen Sound Hospital, now that we're on Superior. There is nothing happening on this road. We're heading off to the left. Okay, I don't know if that just recorded. Again, we're having major GoPro malfunctions, so I don't know how much of that recorded in the past little bit, but we're in Harrison Park here, walking along the one of the blue trails here. We've somehow got twisted around. We're heading towards Inglis Falls. Okay, we're going over this nice stream here now. Still on the blue. We're going to be getting connected back to the white soon. Nice stream in this Harrison Park area. We're going to go to the left here and continue on. Good story climb here. We're right at the intersection of this Creamery Hill side trail. So the problem is we had parked here and we couldn't reconnect to the main. We got all messed up and turned around. So we've probably done a lot more. We've probably done an extra 1 or 2 kilometers that we shouldn't have had to do. So we're going to take this blue and try and reconnect back to the white, and hopefully everything will sort itself out. We're heading down to Inglis Falls anyway, regardless. So one way or the other, we're going to the same distance, the same places, just getting there a different way. So there's a blue, bunch of birdhouses over to the right here on that little trail. We don't know what that is. Another blue maybe. Yeah, because there's a, oh, there's a blue marker there. Okay. So we're just going to continue straight here. Another nice bridge here over the many rapidy waterfall sections here. And we're still on the blue. We're going to be connecting shortly. Finally. I think what messed us up is where we parked in Harrison Park. And then we came out and we got all twisted around. I think we're going to be fine. We're going to get to Inglis Falls soon and we'll be back on the white. View of the rapids coming down. Moving very quickly. Wind's picked up again, as you can see by the trees, but it's still very mild. This symbol here, this is the end of the trail marker for the blue. We have finally, after messing that up royally, reconnected back to the whites. On our way to Inglis Falls. Both of us feel so much better right now, back in our element on the whites, because we were royally messed up. And we're got this bridge. There's no water running over this thing, but you can tell the difference in the terrain between the white and the blue. The blue, nice, you know, asphalt trails and well groomed, and here we are back on the whites. Look at this. We've got this bridgey boardwalk heading down. This is a steep descent downward. We're still following along that big stream into the rocky section. Look at another bridge coming up. I'll just keep the recording going because we haven't had a lot of recording between the road walking and all the mess up. So here you go. You're getting another bridge. Harder terrain. Oh, this is a long one. I don't know what the red signifies. I don't know. We'll have to look it up later. Obviously shared with something else, but nice long bridge. Up about a half a story, but it's slippery and the rocks are loose, so they're wobbling. That's the first climb we've had to do in a while, so very loose rocks underneath. A very rocky, rooty section here we're going through, and we're climbing. It looks like obviously we're going to have to get to Inglis Falls, so we're going to be climbing. I'm looking at 7 stories, maybe. Could be 7. I'll give you an update when we get to the top. This section is, it's incredible, intense roots here up this. I think by the time we get right to that plateau, it would have been about 5 stories up here. I don't think we have much more climbing to do, but very rooty, very rocky, rooty section right here. Yeah, that's where we're going. We're going up another story. Okay, so let's make it a 6, as we're going up another story there. At the top, we're greeted by a crevice. Just a tiny one. Just a tiny crevice. Yeah, that was a good climb. And I think we're at the top right here. There's a funky tree break. You can see, broke off and just kind of hanging off the side of the tree. And then boy, that tree is really scraped. That's incredible. We should be at Inglis Falls in about 5 minutes. Okay, here are your rapids. There's a mini little fall right there. Here's your rapids going up to Inglis Falls section. We're up to the bridge here. We should get a better shot soon. Oh, right over there, you get a view over there. So you can see that the falls, we're right on the edge of the falls here. We're gonna go over to the left a little ways so we can get a better view from probably a lookout area. But here's the start of the falls. We're gonna head over to the left. All right, here you go. Here's Inglis Falls. Yeah, in a while. Definitely in a while. There you go. Inglis Falls waterfall. The observation area. I'm going to go to the edge here. No, you can't. No, you can't get a good view. Anyway, you got a good view from the observation deck there. So now we're back on the main trail, leaving Inglis Falls. Okay, we're crossing over this little road here. Probably just Inglis Falls kind of road here. Crossing over, and you can see a stile across the street. And we're not going over. There is another style. This one we do have to go over this time. Oh, it's a loose one. It's loose. Wow. You thought it was windy last week? It's really windy here. If this video doesn't get published, you'll know we're buried under a tree somewhere. Considering how bad the wind is, it's incredible. It's the strongest wind I think since we've ever hiked. It's incredible. We heard a couple of cracks back there. Hopefully we stay up on the top, not down in the set of woods over there. 'Cause, yeah, it's crazy. There's not much to see through this section. We're following along a field over to the left, and just the whoosh whoosh of the leaves and the crackling of the trees as the wind's blowing through. Other than that, we're just working our way through this section. Is that an elbow or a knee? I haven't been able to figure out. Tell me what you think that looks like. An elbow or a knee? Not quite sure. A bridge. No water. No water. This would be a good stream of fun. Oh, look, the cows down there. And a baby. Yeah, no water coming down from the top of this ravine here. And just swing it. Look at this, swinging trees here. Swinging vines. That's how bad the wind's blowing. Look at it. Look at it. I think we're coming out at 5th and 2nd Avenue connector right there. That's where we should be. So this will be 5th Avenue coming out of the woods finally. That's about almost a 2-kilometer stretch. So yeah, it looks like a busy road too. No, you're fine. So this is the moment of truth right here. We are going to go back and get our car at Harris Parks. So we're going to take the blue. We got to take the blue back so we can come and park out here to continue on, because otherwise we got twice as long of a walk. So we're going to, instead of going to the left, we're going to go to the right and follow the blue and reconnect. So that Creamery Hill side trail, that's what we're going to take back to Harrison Park. And then we're going to move the car here. So stay tuned. There's nothing to see. I'm not going to record it all. Hello everyone, it is Sunday morning. I was working on the video for this week and realized the last 3 videos from the hike were corrupted. GoPro had corrupted the videos. I can't repair them. I've tried everything. So I'm in my front yard right now, and I'm taking the ending credits for the video so that everybody can get closure on this. It was a 25-kilometer day. We ended at 98.7, but actually about a half-kilometer down the road from that where the parking area was. And that's where we'll pick up next week. But here's your closing remarks. And it was a long day, not as much road walking, but some interesting points along the way as I'm reviewing the videos. That's it for today.